My dad was a chef. He was. I grew up in England. I moved to Toronto. I actually moved to Prince George and then to Toronto. And then when I moved back here, I actually took marketing and sales. But I had to pay my way through school. So I ended up working for my aunt who owns a restaurant, and I kind of fell in the business. My dad was a chef. He told me never to follow in his footsteps. But you know what? When I got into the business, I fell in love with it and I couldn't get out of it. I started out in Chinese restaurants, then got into the hotels to compete. Did a couple about 8 to 12 years in hotels, learned European cooking, but then I also still had that Asian background. I did a lot of Chinese cooking as well, so I kind of fused the two together. I got in the business and never looked back. I'm here now, I opened Goldfish, I'm a chef here at Sandbar, and I think it's ingrained in me. It's in my blood now. I can't see myself doing anything else. Stuff you see on TV, the Gordon Ramsays, that exists somewhere out there, but that's not me. I'm more the chef that leads by example. I'll get in the dish pit, I'll wash dishes, I'll do the garbage, I'll do whatever I will tell my staff to do. I'll never tell them to do something that I won't do myself. I love getting dirty when I get in the kitchen, and I think that's partly why I became a chef. I love wearing my uniform, get dirty, and then at the end of the night you take it off and you're someone completely different. I don't yell or scream. I'm demanding when I need it, but at the same time I'm very fair with my staff. We do a little bit of everything. Our focus is seafood, a lot of fresh fish, shellfish, live lobsters and crabs. We have a bit of the Asian in it. We have a wok station. We also have a pizza oven, a forno oven. We have sushi downstairs as well. So we have a little bit of everything so that if you came in with 5 or 10 people, everyone can have something different, whether it be a burger, a pizza, a lettuce wrap, a wok squid, you name it, we provide it. Personally, I would try all the seafood, like the fresh fish, like the local, like halibut, sockeye. When that's in season, there's nothing better than just a simple grilled piece of fish with some butter sauce, a little bit of fresh rice and some vegetables. They get the true flavor of what BC is all about. I'm pretty sure it's a black box. It's one of those things where you walk in, they give you a box, and it basically shows truly if you can cook or not. I like doing shows like that because it tests your skill and your knowledge in cooking and what you can do on the fly. Anyone can cook in a setting where it's all set up, or when it comes down to straight cooking, some guys can do it and some guys can't. And I personally enjoy that. At my last restaurant, I did a lot of chef's tables where, for example, if you came in with the person or friends or whatever, and you guys wanted something off the menu, you'd be like, oh, can I have a 5-course dinner, and just off the cuff. And we used to do at least 1 or 2 tables like that a week, and it was very enjoyable because it actually tests your skills as a chef and what you can produce on the fly. Vancouver, I think, has one of the best food scenes around. I've been here since late 80s, and when I travel, sometimes it's hard to find nice casual restaurants where you can get really good food. You can go to a very expensive restaurant and be stuffy, wear a suit, blah blah blah. But for me, it's more about the true essence of dining, like the food, the atmosphere, and you want to be comfortable as well. I think Vancouver offers you pretty much anything you're looking for, from like you said, street cards to like night market. Night market has food, like all that stuff is all great food, but it's very accessible. You don't have to be wearing a tuxedo or a 3-piece suit to go in to eat something good. You can walk in your shorts, t-shirt, and flip-flops and still enjoy a really great dinner. I think that's a great thing about Vancouver. It's so multicultural that there's a little bit of everything for everyone. You'll never be in a position where you can't find what you want. For me, I lean a lot towards simple BC food or Asian food. I'm partial to Asian food because I grew up eating it. I do a lot of West Coast cooking here, but my first love is Asian food. And there's a lot of dives out there, a lot of places that you kind of look at and go, oh, I don't know if I want to go in there, but the food is phenomenal. There's a lot of little places where I go and you become a regular and you get great service. It's very inexpensive. You can go in 2 or 3 people and spend $30 and be very full. For me personally, there's a lot of the little Chinese restaurants that I go to. If it's going for something like this, I like to go to Sequoia because I know what I'm going to get. But I do sometimes if you're downtown, I just kind of pick a restaurant here and there, and usually places like Boom and stuff like that I go to. I just find it's a great atmosphere. It's very casual, non-stuffy. You get great food and service at the same time. My Twitter account, it's at Chef William Tees 1. And yeah, I blog when I can, but for me, it's just about a way to express what I feel about food and my passion about food as well.